Hey folks, GHondo here, and welcome back to Auction Not Included. This is episode 85. In the last episode, we finished digging out this section of polluted water, so we actually have a halfway decent pile. Not a great amount, but decent. We had some sadness. My Slicksters died once again, because apparently I thought it said that they wanted at least 30 degrees, which this was, but it's actually 35, so rather than mess around, I put in a heater, as sad as that may be, because this is a heat-generating room. And I put a heater in it. Yes. But anyway. Ignore that broken building message. That's actually coming from the asteroid. Some of the pipes have broken. So don't worry about that. We'll get to them in a bit. Right. So there we go. That's where we are. Officially, this room is flooded until we clear a bit of that liquid out, because I had just finished this at the end of last episode, so we gotta give that a little bit of time before we can start using it. Because I do not want to send people through the teleporter without spacesuits. Because that's just not good. Oh, the other thing we did is I started putting in, and it might be done by now, actually it looks like it is, a little sweeper here. Officially it's for the data banks off the rocket, but technically there was also some junk here the sweeper picked up, so we might as well just pull all this stuff out. We certainly don't want it up here. So that's going to be quite a while. I'm assuming you are not ready to shoot yet. Well, you can have a decent amount. Okay. We'll have it. And with that, you have a range of 3, so we can actually send bubbles out whenever we want. I didn't click there, so that's not why she ran in there. She obviously was, yeah, dropping off stuff from inside the rocket. Either some polluted dirt, or maybe some data banks. I think it was polluted dirt she picked up. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, so once the sweeper here has finished pulling all the junk out of here, I'm going to set this to just data banks, and I'll have to jimmy the priorities because I need the plastic to be coming here adroitly, but the data banks to be less than this, so it actually draws it over, so I'll have to figure that out, but either way that's the plan, that this is going to be a data bank bin that then gets hauled back, and just to save them the trip, those data banks will then drop off here with everything else, and then they can just run them across to here. And actually, you should not... Well, I guess you can have the ore and the uranium. I suppose that's fine. But anyway, if we make data banks here maximum priority, that's where they should want to get them. And then up here, I think they could be... Here, they would have to be 8s. Well, maybe not. I guess that's going to have to be 7, so that this is better. Which means on here, they have to be 6. So they'll be pulled out. Okay. Alright, I think I've got that alright. And it does look like they pulled the data banks out already. In fact, they may have already migrated. I suppose if I got real fancy, I could put a filter on the rail and have data banks just pop out over here. Am I clever enough to do that? Well, I guess we'll figure it out, because I'm gonna try and do it. Because there is a rail filter, right? There is, but I don't have the research for it. Okay, that's fair. We call it solid management. Or solid filter, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so we will need 30 data banks. I'm pretty sure we already have that. Yes, we have that exactly. Beautiful. Okay, that does mean, though, that these have to come back on. So our power situation is going to be not great for a while, but anyway. Wildish, okay. Cool. So I think maybe for a little while I'm going to shut... I don't know, I don't really want to shut that off either. Or we're never going to get anywhere. Anyway. I don't know, I'll have to figure something out. Anyway, let's find some printables. I'll be back. And we're back. There is a Slickster who's already hatched, so we'll just grab you. And then we don't have to wait for these eggs to hatch before we start getting at least a teensy bit of oil. It won't be much, but we might as well have it. I think that will be helpful. Okay, I guess somebody started to pick you up and then went to do some other job and left you standing here. Or you're freezing. Thank you. Yeah, I know it's hot in there, but the Slicksters like it hot. Yeah, so you should be very happy in here. It's much, much safer for you than previous generations that we're not going to talk about. We're definitely not going to mention. Anyway, let us get some more ice blocks on the go. We still have nearly 200 tons of that. Yeah, we do not have enough power for these. I'm going to have to shut these off for a bit. That is highly disappointing. And also highly unavoidable. And that's even on during the day with solar panels going. That is just not ideal. But other than maybe over here, I guess I could put in a few more solar panels over here. There's really not a whole lot of room. So I just really need that oil going. But you are still going. Alright, give you a little bit more time. Or we just mop it and speed things along that way. And I think that's the better solution. Because we need this oil moving. That is for sure. Because if we can get that petroleum generator running even once in a while, that will give us so much more power. I don't have enough coal to run another coal generator. I probably could get away with another nat gas generator, maybe. I'll disconnect that, make sure these don't back up in terms of off-gassing. But it has cleared out all the excess nat gas up here, so I think we're okay for a while anyway. We really don't have anything else we can do, really. I mean, you are running occasionally. I don't have any arbor trees to use a wood burner. And I've never seen them in the printing pod because we haven't had access to them. Although that would be a very good way of doing it. And I guess I could throw a few manual generators on when people aren't busy, but when are they not busy, right?
Good idea, slave. 1/2 pull! 1/2 pull!
Now we're slaving.
We're fine for food still. Oh, you have dropped off. I was going to say maybe I get a second slug, but it looks like you already have taken care of that. Our little hatch dudes here are happy and they're doing fine. So we are getting at least some coal production, but So not much. But we definitely need to find a better power solution, for sure. That is for sure. Alright, that's all done, which means now we can go back across and work on oil some more. Because we need to get this going. That is absolute certainty. Okay. And you actually have a suit this time, so you'll be so much better off than last time. It's hard to imagine an insulated pipe still broke. Like, that's rough. It's also very surprising, but anyway. Yeah, it's also incredibly inefficient how you're building bits over here, then over here, then over here. Like, it just... I suppose I should, I don't know, play with the priorities or something and just try and force certain sections to get done. It isn't good. It isn't good. If this place didn't have meteors, I'd put down a landing pad and I could just fly some people over here, but really don't fancy the thought of getting trapped here in a meteor shower, you know? Or having the rocket get destroyed. That would be absolutely terrible. Does this thing give us any indication how often meteor showers happen? No, it does not. Interesting. Like, I wonder if I would ever be able to be at a point where I could kind of time it so I could get a rocket down, let them come out, work a couple days, and get them back, knowing that they'd be okay before the next meteor shower, you know? I'm sure on the wiki I could probably look up, but I do consider that cheating. I try not to look at the wiki for pretty much anything. I don't mind looking at the in-game help, that's fine. But I really don't like looking at the wiki because that always feels like spoilers, you know? And I'm trying to do this in a more rational manner. Yes, I know it's less efficient, but it also doesn't feel like cheating that way. Sleepy time, okay. Alright. This thing's going over here. Anything happening? Little Slickster buddy still okay somewhere, wherever you are? Yeah, you're fine. Okay. But yeah, I'm definitely going to have to get coal out of the next printing pod, that's for sure. That is absolutely for sure. I guess the other option is, did any of these... Okay, that's just an artifact. Well, you would give me algae, which is lovely, and I would want that, but I need something that's going to give me power. You're just artifact. We haven't been far enough out to see that yet. So I think... Did I ever end up building the cartographic module, or did I just think about it really hard and then not do it?
You know, a headache with pictures.
An idea?
Because that does sound like something I would do. Oh, right, I didn't, because I didn't have enough plastic, or either plastic or steel, probably plastic at the time. But yeah, absolutely, we should have that. That was the whole point of switching to the Radbold engine. was that we'd have the height for this thing. My stars, that's big. That's a full-on telescope in there. Wow. I suppose the other option I could have done is, you know, put one inside here, and I think it still works. If you put it in there. Why is somebody trapped here? What have you done? What have you done? You silly, silly sot. Anyway. Right. As I said, though, I'll be back with some coal. I barely need to pause. This was the third one that came up. That was easy. But anyway, as I was saying, I know you can put a, like, just a normal telescope, like the one I have here. I don't know if maybe not the enclosed one, maybe just the normal one, but I have seen, I think it was actually Absurdities I watched do it. Just put that inside the rocket, and then your pilot could do that instead of doing this. But I would much rather, anytime that she is out in space, have her making me data banks and let this thing just do it. Unless this does require dupe operation, but... well, no, it says automatically, so as far as I'm concerned... yeah, you should not need anybody doing that, so... so I guess once I actually have enough juice in here to go somewhere, and obviously I'm not charging right now, so it's not ideal, but... how are we on the research? If once we're done the... oh, we're done the yellow, so then I can shut these off. Once we're done that yellow, like obviously the rest can go whenever, that's fine. That means we can then put these back on and actually start charging again. That would be very nice. Okay. It's actually probably going to be the advanced research we struggle on, because that takes water, and we are very low. We are very low on water. You have a decent pile. Why don't you share some of that water with me? That would be very, very polite of you. And having these things melt will immediately improve. How is there water out here? Where did that come from? Is there water out there? No idea where that came from. Anyway, I guess it doesn't matter. I guess it doesn't matter, but it's kind of weird. How are we doing up here? Still got quite a ways to go. Alright. Oh, because you're pulling stuff out of here to give it over there. Right. Okay. In that case, then this... it's time to become only data banks. Everything else can just be dropped. This thing can move it eventually. I don't want them coming over here and hauling stuff out of here. That's totally waste of time. Okay. Yeah, all that stuff can just sit on the floor. It'll get to it eventually. Okay. Okay. You're still okay. Oh, your suit's out of air. Well, you've done a very good amount of work, though. So I am good with sending you back with that. That was some very good work you did. We're still not there yet, but that was a very good pass. Alright, more ice. Eventually we'll get to a point where this thing's small enough that it can melt on its own and I won't have to keep doing this. But at nearly 200 tons, that's still going to take a while. You are still a couple days away. temperature in here is so much better for them now. It's only if they, of their own volition, wander way over here that they're going to have trouble. But that's on them. I'm not putting another heater in here. This one's already kind of silly in my mind. So. Hard to believe I've got a cooling zone and a heating zone less than 10 tiles apart. That's kind of nuts. I must admit some curiosity why that's a tile and not insulated. Not entirely sure what I was doing at that point, but fair enough. But let's just clear that temperature just that teensy little bit more. Okay, here's an idea. How did you get out? Well, you know, it doesn't matter. Because you just volunteered to come up here and become glossy. So congratulations. I have to assume somebody had started wrangling you and then, for whatever reason, decided to switch jobs and just dropped you. And then you wandered down there. I'm going to guess that's how that happened, but I don't actually know. I don't know when it happened or how. But that's my guess as to what happened. And you apparently keep going somewhere where they can't get at you. Which is not cool. That's entirely not cool. Like, I know you don't want to come up here where it's cold, but you don't really get a vote. Or maybe you do, I don't know. Maybe. You've been white for quite a while, it means you've been available. Somebody gonna come and drag you up here? I saw somebody go, but they were going the wrong way. Still not? There you go. Okay. Don't go too far. Or do. That's cool too. Okay. There we go. You get to come back over here. Somewhere. Doesn't matter where. Thank you so much. We'll have that free little extra bit of plastic production. Make more oil. Make more oil. It would be nice if there was some indication of when it was planning on the next drop of oil. That would sure be nice. But I guess being just a larva, it's gonna be... Well, actually, you're not. You are grown up now. Never mind. I was gonna say, being a larva, I thought maybe it would be giving off less, but no, it's definitely has aged now. It is. Dropped its eensy little bit of oil, not even enough to get over to the pump. Yeah, it's definitely not a fast process, but it was never intended to be the primary solution. It was only ever intended to be the a supplement. Okay, coal is not good, so I might get some coal. Or maybe another Slickster if I come up with one. Basically, whichever one I run to first. But either way, I'll be back. And we're back. First thing it gave me was more Slickster eggs. So, even though they won't be ready for a while, it will be great to have this many of them. It is definitely a slow process, though. But that's fine. I don't mind that. There you go. Because each one, I mean, gives off so little, but if you have enough of them, I guess it ends up being alright. And having some at different stages, like these ones are obviously going to be several days ahead of these ones, so our life cycles shouldn't bother each other. That would be helpful. I'm assuming you haven't received anything new yet. No, you have not. But these should be getting relatively close to firing. But they'll take a couple more days. Okay. Yeah, it's not a pipe. We don't care about that. That's fine. And you are still working on all this stuff. Wow, there's a lot of junk there. Yeah, I'm glad I built all that rail, because dragging all that stuff down here would be absolutely terrible. I wonder if I should put a second one in just so I can dump to a different bin, although these are all full over here anyway, so I actually might need more bins at some point. Sad as that may be. No, that's definitely not a right now problem, so why is there a joyous seed there? Never mind, I don't want to know. Sometimes you ask a question, then you realize you don't want the answer. You just don't want to know. Okay, well, I think we're going to leave things there for today, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and a comment. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. It really does help. Other than that, we'll catch you in the next one. Have a good one. See ya.